John. I'm gonna
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, all right, give me some guitar juice. That's probably good. I'm gonna start you off with a story called The Last Water Tower. I've climbed every water tower in this county, except one. It's over on the VA grounds, and I plan to hit that last one when I figure how to get past them security men in trucks, always making their rounds. Now I know that water towers must serve some public measure with 300 kilopascals of hydrostatic pressure, but they shouldn't have built them so tall and then made trespass a crime, 'cause water towers were made to climb. Now I'll tell you about my favorite time of those high climbing exploits. I took Becky Lou Hazel bluffing up there on a big ellipsoid. And we got high and we made love and lay back and watched the stars. And we turned with a world that was only ours. Becky Lou, what a memory. Oh. But back to the matters at hand. I wonder where Becky Lou is now. The first problem with those security men, they know my reputation. They know my intent, they know my face, and they know my transportation. I'll have to be quick or clever, or create a great diversion, if I'll even have half a chance of achieving my incursion. I know that water towers must serve some public measure with 300 kilopascals of hydrostatic pressure, but they shouldn't have built them so tall and then made trespass a crime, 'cause water towers were made to climb. I set the date, I made my plans and worked out every detail. I even constructed a model of the VA grounds on a small scale. And as that date approached, there grew a great tension in the air. I drove past and there were security men in trucks everywhere. More than I had ever seen. And right here, it really is important for me to take a moment and tell you another one of my proudest accomplishments. Hidden in a cove on Beaver Lake, which is up in the north part of my county, I've got an old salvage barge up there in that cove, and I'll take it out on the lake and drink a few beers, and every once in a while I'll pull a boat from the bottom of the lake. I've also got a lawnmower engine powered gyrocopter, you know, one man whirly-bird gyrocopter, Briggs and Stratton motor. And I'll fly that around over the treetops around the lake and drink a few beers. But here's the main thing. When I landed the gyrocopter on the salvage barge, I therefore in that moment claimed ownership to the first and only aircraft carrier in Washington County, Arkansas. Maybe the only aircraft carrier in the state of Arkansas. When I flew in over the VA grounds, security men got zany. When I landed softly atop their water tower, well, they went crazy. And I hung my banner across the front for the world to see. I did it. And I flew off, leaving security men embarrassed to admit it. I know that water towers must serve some public measure with 300 kilopascals of that hydrostatic pressure. But they shouldn't have built them gotta do to get up there, I say. Mostly true story. Mostly true. A little bit of it is true. And this is totally not true. It's called Big Decisions. When we got married, it was understood this old boy is gonna run the show. She smiled and said she was the queen of my castle. If I need her help, just let her know. I make the big decisions, she makes the little ones. There just hasn't been a big decision to make, and I'm pretty okay with whatever she says, 'cause I make the big decisions. She takes care of all that little stuff. Sometimes there's gonna be a big decision to make, and she'll let me know when that is. Well, she traded the family car for a new one and signed my name on a 5-year loan. She said, "Baby, there's no reason you should sweat the small stuff." And then she went out and refinanced the home. But I make the big decisions, she makes the little ones. There just hasn't been a big decision to make, and I'm pretty okay with whatever she says, 'cause I make the big decisions. I do. She takes care of all that little stuff. Sometimes there's gonna be a big decision to make, and she'll let me know when that is. Oh, but I'm not stubborn. I'll do a few things that she wishes, because no man ever got shot while washing dishes. I make the big decisions, she makes the little ones. There just hasn't been a big decision to make, and I'm pretty okay with whatever she says, 'cause I make the big decisions. Yeah, I do. She takes care of all that little stuff. Sometimes there's gonna be a big decision to make, and she'll let me know when that is. Sometimes there's gonna be a big decision to make, and she'll let me know when that is. Not a true story. I do make the big decisions. All right. Psychedelic. I'm always pretty nervous till about 30 minutes into the show, and tonight that's when I get to quit. So if you hear me make a mistake, oh, that's just a flashback to my acid days. It's all right, psychedelic. I'll tell you a little story. This is how songwriters get song ideas sometimes. I was tripping. I was on my way somewhere and came to an airport. I think it was Denver. And I was on an escalator looking down upon the baggage claim, way down below, and there was some cat down there in the middle of all this traffic, talking to people and pointing, and looked like he was in charge. Big guy, had on a tie-dyed t-shirt and had a long gray ponytail. And I got down there and he said, your bags are on baggage claim C3. And I said, "Sir, how can you possibly know that?" And he said, "I'm psychedelic." So I remembered that because that would make a good song. So psychedelic is about the counterculture of the 60s, but the fun stuff, not the assassinations, not Vietnam, but some of us remember Rowan and Martin's Laugh In. the fun stuff of the hippie culture. I was a kid at that time. I was attracted to it. So here's Psychedelic. Psychedelic. It's so psychedelic. It's got you all turned around. You taste colors and see sound. Caught in a spiral to the summer of love. No recognition of which way is up or down. You wanna know how I know? And why I know why the little things that you like are not a mystery to me. It's like I feel what you feel in your head, like an hallucinogenic. Yeah, why I know how, what I know that I know. I'm psychedelic. Oh, I'm psychedelic. Peace sign tattooed on my hand. Psychedelic, meditating in a Volkswagen van. Psychedelic, supernatural telepathy. Psychedelic, feeling groovy in a tie-dyed tee. You gotta know how I know. Whoa, gotta see how I see. And why I know why the little things that you like are not a mystery to me. So I don't know if you like these songs, but the good thing is they're not very long.
Yeah.
And I prepared 8, maybe 10 songs to do tonight, and if I need more, I have to get into my inappropriate songs. And I'm in Susie Pollock's house. I mean, Clarice is used to it. She's given up. But I'm in Susie Pollock's house, so I'm reluctant to get into my inappropriate songs, although I gotta tell you, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. All right. It's called Wicker Dear. Can you hear the guitar okay? It's about a guy who wishes he, could die with some style. I'd like to think I'll die in an interesting way, a final effort for some glory to my life, like falling from a cliff, or run over by a train, or attacked by an outlaw with a knife. We only get one chance to make it great. is a lonely kind of art. A self-portrait splashing blue across my death. And if it's unexpected, it may just spill from my heart. Either way I'll say, voila, with my last breath. We only get one chance to make it grand. And a man deserves to check out the best that he can. But my living days are little more than failure and dread. So one morning probably I'll just wake up dead. Yeah, if I know me, I'll just wake up dead. A handsome corpse is not preferred for me. If you please let me be eaten by wild animals, not beaten by disease. Dying is a lonely kind of art. A self-portrait splashing blue across my death. And if it's unexpected, it may just pour from my heart. Either way I'll say, voila, with my last breath. We only get one chance to make it grand. And a man deserves to knock off the best that he can. But my living days are little more than failure and dread. So one morning probably I'll just wake up dead. Yeah, if I know me, I'll just wake up dead. That's my favorite song that I've written. All right. This one's a little bit political, but you can hear it and take it from either side of the spectrum. Called Worried. Whatever happened to that noble notion of being able to agree to disagree? Of living true to yourself, standing tough for your values, holding strong to your dignity. The most powerful words I ever knew. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I'll make it up to you. I've never heard you say those words, so I'm not worried what you think of me. I'm worried what I think about you. We all know a politician who always lies to reporters, then believes it 'cause he reads it in the next day's news. Well, you can deny until you die, or conjure up some new religion. But what good if it doesn't make a better version of the truth? The most powerful words I ever knew were, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I'll make it up to you. I've never heard you say those words, so I'm not worried what you think of me. I'm worried what I think about you. How to survive a world created on false promise. Where to go when there's no place left to run. And will anyone even survive to tell the story? How to undo what hath been done. The most powerful words I ever knew. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I'll make it up to you. I've never heard you say those words. I've never heard you say those words. The most powerful words I ever knew. think about you. I'm just worried what I think about you. I'm so worried what I think about you. All right, I'm going to take you down. I don't do many sad songs, but I was a combination of depressed and frustrated, and I go to some of these songwriter things, and it seems like if you do humorous songs, they don't think you're a serious songwriter. I disagree, so I did a serious damn song to show them. What's it called? Breathe Out Her Name. She's never gonna love him. She likes to run with the yeehaw boys through the dust and noise and the psychedelic light. It's her secret thing, and it's safe with me. She lets me hold her on a moonless night. She says, hold me, keep me, kill me, it's all the same. And I said, I won't push too hard, and I breathe out her name. When she's out, I've learned to pass the time. I pick up the towels from the bathroom floor. The window blinds have left their lines across my forehead. I check the light on the outside door. Hold me, she says. Keep me, kill me, it's all the same. And I said, I won't push too hard, and I breathe out her name, out her name. Yeah, she likes to run with those yeehaw boys through the dust and the noise and the psychedelic light. A secret's true and the truth is cold, but she lets me hold her on a moonless night. She said, hold me, keep me, kill me, it's all the same. And I said, I won't push too hard, and I breathe out her name, and I breathe out her name, out her name. And so, it's time to get into some silly stuff. This is called Doggy Dog World. Lots of times when I get a song idea, and this one came from my own little girl who looked at me one day and said, "Dad, you know it's a dog-eat-dog world." Her first word was dog. So I Google a title to see if the song's already written. To me, this was, such an obvious. And yeah, Snoop Dogg had done a song called Doggy Dog World. So I listened to Snoop Dogg's Doggy Dog World, and it's about bitches and hoes, and I thought, no, Snoop, that's a fine song, and you're a true professional and everything, but I think you missed a good opportunity here. So here's how Doggy Dog World really ought to go. She says, "Daddy, don't you know it's a doggy dog world? It's a doggy dog world where the meaning of life is a puppy dog chasing its tail, where the key to happiness is digging up a bone that it forgot out along the trail. When a dog feels sad, he doesn't get mad, he just thinks for a minute, then tears out after a squirrel. Just ask any boy or girl, it's a doggy dog world." He switches on the TV news, politicians yelling at the broadcaster. Well, it just all seems to be impending doom. Humankind is a natural disaster. And knowing that there's got to be a better way, he thinks about the wisdom of his little girl. He says, "Now tell me again about the doggy dog world." It's a doggy dog world where the meaning of life is a puppy dog chasing its tail, where the key to happiness is digging up a bone that it forgot out along the trail. When a dog feels sad, he doesn't get mad, he just thinks for a minute, then tears out after a squirrel. Just ask any boy or girl, it's a doggy dog world. He says, "So why is it not a kitty cat world?" She put her hands on her hips and she gave him the look. She said, "You give a dog anything and he just wants to chew it. Kitty cat world just doesn't have a ring to it." It's a doggy dog world where the meaning of life is a puppy dog chasing its tail, where the key to happiness is digging up a bone that it forgot out along the trail. When the dog feels sad, he doesn't get mad, he just thinks for a minute, then tears out after a squirrel. Just ask any boy or girl, if life has got you caught in a swirl, you might like it, just give it a whirl. It's a doggy dog world. One more tune? One more tune. Can it be semi-inappropriate?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's what we're all about.
It's called Paydays, and the point of view is the guy only gets to do it on paydays. I've got $2 in change and 33 cents. You see, my folding money went with my honey. I haven't seen them since. I I'm out of cigarettes. I'm down to my last few swallows of old Kentucky. But tomorrow's payday. That's when I get lucky. Because my woman only loves me on payday. I've got to hurry to the bank with my check. I can't afford to be waylaid. A big wad of dough in my front left pocket puts the sparkle in her eyes and she's ready to rock it. My woman only loves me on payday. So I can't complain that she only gives it up bi-weekly. You see, some good buddies of mine, well, she cut them off completely. I get a little behind ever so